Hi, Charles here. Well, we've kind of disappeared from the channel for over a month now, and I'll explain why and what's happening now. Thanks for watching. Well, after the Van Expo and Runaway Camper Rally in Tennessee, I kind of got us busy. We have a daughter that moved from California to Columbia, Tennessee, and her husband works for Intuit, and so he works at home. He's done that for a long time, and she gave us a call, and they were wanting to add an office to their basement for her husband and free up a bedroom so that their two kids would each have their own bedroom. Long story short, she was having trouble getting a contractor, and she said, "You guys did this. Could you build us a room?" And I said, "Sure." And we ended up spending over 30 days in Columbia, but we used our van as our bedroom every night and for naps when I could squeeze one in. So that worked out great. The weather was nice. Got a little cool a couple times, so we used a small ceramic heater plugged into their house, and we were all good. And so I may throw in a picture or two here. It was a kind of a dank, dirty place down the basement, and we did I can't get the numbers just right, probably 20 by 14 or something, big office space. And so we had never really done all that, but we went down and I spray painted the ceiling black, just kind of make everything kind of disappear, kind of thing you see in restaurants and other places. And then we spent a week framing, and so I'd never used a framing nailer before. It's a little scary. I'd never used a ram set that with a 22 kind of like a bullet that shoots a bolt into the concrete. And so we learned a lot of stuff. We got it all framed up, came home, took a little break, went back, and then we were there for over 3 weeks, and insulated it, drywalled the whole thing, put in the floor. My daughter did help us with some of the framing and getting things up, and then my wife and I took over pretty much after that. And then when it came to the floor, my son-in-law, he actually put most of the floor down with us helping. So we learned a lot, and we were gone a long time. So then we came back, and when we were unloading, I was looking in the back, and if you've seen any of our videos before, you saw in the winter, we're working in the main part of the garage. It was cold, not heated. It had two big pieces of thick foam, kind of as a doorway, and we kind of looked back there and went, why don't we do something with that space? So I think originally this garage was built with a workshop area. It does have kind of a bench. It was really high. And so we went in and got medieval and tore everything out. And we needed about a 7-foot wall. And so we actually didn't frame it, even though we had the skills to do it. A contractor friend that's kind of a solo company, he did a lot of work on our house. I said, could you just come and do this? So he came and framed it, put a door, and I'll show you a few pictures. It's kind of empty right now, but he put in the door, and we're going to put in a window in the wall so my wife can see, because we're making her her own wood workshop. So she's really excited about it, and she might let me be in there now and then. We're going to be adding a big countertop and a computer. I've already got the internet running directly out here. We drywalled. I've already insulated it and covered plastic. I've insulated most of the attic space above. And then we did some of the drywall, and then we ran into a snag. And you have to know all the details, but long story short, I'll say that again, we ended up moving my wife's parents from 45 miles away to our little house, and then our daughter, and you may have heard the kids now, then they've been with us a year as her husband's finishing some schooling. They are moving to to our daughter's grandparents, Susie's parents' house, 45 miles away, a much bigger house. So that'll be great for them. I won't get to see the kids as much, and I'll miss that, especially the twins. But so we're in a transition because her mother pretty much needs 24/7 care. And so right now, travel in our beautiful van is kind of suspended. Not kind of, it is. We may look into respite care, but it's our honor to take care of them. And her Susie's mother's not really doing very well. They're both 90 plus, and her dad's in much better shape. So we're back and forth and taking care. So they've been here about a week, and we'll just see how long it goes. We're planning on keeping her mother here in the house, till we can't anymore. But we think we can pretty well take care of it till she goes to her heavenly home. And so her dad, as I said, is in much better shape, and so he's going to be living with us from now on. This house used to have my mom in it for 20 years. That's what I bought it for her. So that's the little house that you've seen. So it's been various relatives, and someday when it's empty again, then we pretty much keep it empty and have it for relatives when they come in, or we've had friends in town and they can stay there. But that's kind of tied us up. So there's really nothing new about the van per se. I will show you this. This is the new Ecoflow River Mini. Right before we went to the rally, Ecoflow sent me the Delta Max, and I told them I couldn't use anything bigger. So this is like 2100 watts. I'll be doing a little more complete video about it. I never get super techie like Will Prowse and Hobotech and all those guys, but I was interested in their new River Mini, which is only 210 watts. It's small. We had other brand of small lithium, but this charges faster, and it's got an app, and just everything about it is better. And so they did not give me this. They gave me a little bit better discount than the Christmas deals right now. So I won't, that's why I still have to put a promotion something at the beginning of the videos. But I really like this. It's just got a handle in the back instead of a handle on the ends like this, and it's got the 2 outlets, and it's got the USB ports. And what I really like is whenever we stop, at a rest area or restaurant or to shop, I usually would come back here and plug in one of these units that's in the boxes here, plug the 12-volt system in, and then it powers the IceCo fridge freezer. And so I'm not pulling juice off the battery of the vehicle. But now I can just take this, we can just have it in a box right up there, pull it out, plug it into that, done. And so it'll handle the refrigerator just fine. It's very efficient. So that's kind of where we are right now. We're excited to get things are kind of getting all settled down here right now. We've been tweaking the little house is in really good shape, but this morning I was putting a new handrail in the front and some new lights on the front porch, and that's kind of where we're at right now. And as I mentioned to you, when we were doing this van build, once it's done, I'm not going to be putting out a lot of videos because we don't do travel vlogs. So now and then we will, whenever we get to start traveling again, I might put together a video or two, but again, that's just not something that's really important to us. I think it's more likely that I might show you how the workshop comes along. Our friend, contractor that did the wall and put the door in for us, he's going to come and finish the drywall for us since we're kind of tied up right now. And then I'll go in and mud, sand, paint, and then we'll start building out her workshop. So that's just a little update. It's December 10th today, so it's in almost 60 right now. So been outside getting some work done and thought I'd put together a couple little videos. And so we are now primarily using the 2 Deltas, original Deltas, the new Delta Max. There's one bigger Delta Pro. And by the way, the Delta Max, you can plug in 2 smart batteries, and so you can vastly increase the power. And then the new Mini is just a really handy thing to have. I can see sometimes you forget to charge your phones or something, and you get to a restaurant, or a laptop is low, and you want to, while you're in that place, do some things on computer. I would walk in with this. I'm obviously not going to carry these in, so that's another reason it'll be handy. So anyway, there's just a little update, and I would say don't expect another video for a little while, but I appreciate those that are watching, and I still get questions and comments, and yeah, I'd be glad to answer them to the best of my ability. So there you have it. Have a great Christmas. Thanks for watching.